Yo, what's up guys? Today we are going to talk about something which is quite serious and it's been on my mind for some time. I know my videos are always jolly, positive, but this one is going to be quite interesting. We're going to react to a few things that's happening here in the UK and you guys may relate to it or not. Let me know in the comments if you're watching from the UK, from Europe. I think this is happening all over the world. It's not only the UK that's going through these problems or issues, but it's been on my mind. So we're going to react to a few videos from BBC and we're going to possibly talk about it. Hopefully you guys are doing well. And, you know, this is about the economy that we're facing right now. The first video that I found was, how do we survive, or how do I survive? And it's probably relatable because at the moment, you know, everybody has to pay rent or mortgage. The mortgage is at the all-time high right now, up to 10%. That is insane. But okay, let's take a look at this video. This is also first time reaction. I haven't seen this video yet, so this is how the channel works. We watch a video, react to it first time, and talk about it. So let's do this.
The black mold is all over the walls, spread through the entirety, and this extractor fan here has been broken since I moved in.
Alice is a student on Universal Credit and is struggling to pay her rent. She's currently in arrears and lives on the outskirts of Sunderland because she says she's been priced out of the city centre.
If I had a choice, I would probably live in either Newcastle or Sunderland, like close to a city. So, but it's just impossible, like on the wage that I'm on at the minute, to even consider moving.
Okay, so there's something called gentrification that is normally in, I don't know if this is all over the world, but I know that in the UK there's this thing called gentrification, which normally is to increase the prices in these areas that we want to regenerate, for example. And what happens is the house pricing and everything, all the cost of living goes up significantly, where, you know, the people who don't have the conditions to live there have to move out and find other areas. So they basically spread out, and that area becomes a, you know, wealthier area, which is harsh, and that happens to a lot of foreigners living in the UK. But you can see that it's affecting Britons as well.
The North East remains one of the most affordable places to buy and rent in England. A recent survey commissioned by the BBC found 2/3 of UK renters, like Alice, have found it difficult to pay for essentials in the last 6 months.
I get very stressed about money and how I'm going to survive, and you know, how am I going to have a car, and what am I going to do if me and my fiance have children and I don't have enough money.
Nearly 500,000 young renters, or 1 in 7, had their rent increased in August. Around 1 in 3, over 1 million, are spending at least half of their household income on rent.
Wow.
And roughly 3 in 10 say they're now behind or really struggling to keep up with the payments.
See, and that's the thing about the UK. The biggest struggle and the biggest debt that you will have is rent. Mortgage as well, but everybody who comes to live in the UK, they struggle to pay their rent unless they have a great job. As a couple, it's easier because, you know, you spread the cost between both. Actually, you get twice a salary, let's say, if both of you are working, and then that, you know, kind of evens out. But when you get past, actually this was 5 years ago, when it used to be where rent was the only worry that you had. Once you pay rent, then food was cheap, entertainment was cheap, everything else was kind of cheap. You would go to the market, you'd buy anything for £1, that would be, you know, okay. But nowadays, it's not only rent that we need to worry about. You know, grocery prices are going up, everything is going up, and we're having to worry not only with the rent, but groceries and bills, utility bills, gas prices, everything is going up. So rent isn't the most, well, it still is the heaviest debt and monthly payment that we need to worry about. But now we have all of the other things that were cheap in the past on top. So that is killing us right now. I saw that all of the markets gave a warning saying that you can expect around £647 increase on a yearly spread. That's how much you're gonna have to pay extra just because the prices are going up. That's a £647 extra that you're gonna have to pay just because of the price increase. And that's if, you know, you're lucky, actually, because right now, as I see it, pork used to be so cheap. Chicken used to be so cheap. We used to buy like 2.5 kilograms of chicken for I think £3 or something. Now it's well over £6. It's doubling. So that is insane. I'm talking about my own experience. Of course, maybe you guys have had a different experience, but I would love to read it in the comments.
Hi Gary, it's just Chloe from GLB Lettings. You alright?
Chloe's always aspired to own her own home. She works as an estate agent and has seen firsthand how demand for properties has grown in the northeast.
When we first started, it was very one for one. You would put a property on the market, it would take a couple of weeks to let. You would do a few viewings and we'd move somebody in straight away. Whereas now, we have people knocking on the door ready to move in before we even get the keys ourselves.
I have the one at the end.
But it isn't just tenants who are shouldering the burden of rising costs. Colin is a landlord with 10 properties across South Shields, just outside of Sunderland.
A landlord was the guy who came round, and if you didn't pay your tax or whatever it was, you would be thrown out of your house. Those days are long gone. We're more like, I'm a home provider. As I said, my market is the people who are on housing benefit or universal credit. I get paid direct, usually by the government. The interest rate is so high that the rent coming in from the government, which is £475, is less than I'm having to pay the building society for the next 2 years. So if I'm Joe Average landlord, in a very short time, I'll have to hand the keys back. The private rental sector is just going to shrink so much that unless they build council houses, the place is going to be full of people, desperate people in guest houses and hotels, because there'll be nowhere for them to live.
As for young buyers keen to...
Yo, wait a second. He gets $475 per house that he rents, and he has 10 houses around. So that's 4,750, right? For a person who has 10 houses and 10 flats, like, you know, 10, you'd imagine, you know, look, I own 10 flats. You'd think the guy's a millionaire, right? But he only gets 4,750, and he still needs to pay the fees to keep the houses going, and that is insane. That is insane. The fact that, you know, he is receiving so low and paying so high is just beyond me. How, you know, how the economy and where the economy is going.
As for young buyers keen to get onto the property ladder, the picture isn't much better. 15.5%. That's how much the average house price in the UK went up in the year to July. And that's the biggest increase since 2003.
Wow.
While Northern Ireland remains the cheapest place to buy in the UK, England, Scotland and Wales have all reached record averages. And here in England's northeast, another record high. A typical home here now costs £163,000.
Me and my partner, we wanted that independence and being able to say we owned our own home. Like, we've been together 5 years and we've never even been abroad yet because the priority is owning a home. We don't want to plan on having kids until we know we have a stable roof over our head. And that might be more of a traditional look on it, but that's the way that we want to go, and ultimately the house is the main goal.
Okay, so, goodness, guys, it is something that has been on my mind for some time now, and I hope you guys enjoy, well, not enjoy, but appreciate this type of reaction. It's a little bit different from what I do, but, you know, storytelling and reading, interacting with you guys is something that I really also enjoy. It is quite sad that everything that's going on is insane. The UK is going through a phase of change. We have just had 2 prime ministers quit. And not only the prime ministers, but you know, the goodness, before Boris Johnson you know, resigned, he had lost a record high of seats of PMs or MPs, sorry, that were supposed to be on his side, right? And I think it was 24 in one day of people resigning. I can't remember the figures here, but soon after that, we had a new prime minister, Liz Truss, and she only lasted 45 days, and she's resigning now. So I don't know, guys. It's so insane how things are going, and you know, when we see prices rise this way, we get a little bit worried. But hey, I've always been hustling, so I know that there are worse places than the UK right now, and the world economy is really taking a dive. But I guess it's something that as a community we should support each other and should talk about this, and hopefully, you know, we will see things get better in the future. You know, hopefully 2023 is going to be a crazy year where things will start getting back to normal. But hey, I just wanted to talk about it with someone, and you guys are, you know, you guys are the closest things to, like, well, not family, but friends that I have right now. And I just want to see and check up on you guys. How you guys doing? And if you're new to the channel, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and join us, you know, in this community that we built here on YouTube. So yeah, keep safe, guys. Keep safe. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed my quick rant, and if you want videos, more videos like this, let me know in the comments. I have another video which I would like to react to. I'll do that on a separate video because it's a separate topic. But guys, see you soon. Take care now. Bye bye.